turns out there is an overhead light in this car. Did you see the one last week featuring me and Doug's floating heads?
No, but I like the fact that you just pointed out, just like, I just found out this has an overhead light.
It's a convertible top, so it's just on the mirror.
Good job.
It looks
kind of one of the many features of the Le Baron.
It looks kind of like one of those robots from the movie staring at us.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we didn't realize till we got here that we were at the 3D screening.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
You didn't like the 3D in this?
No.
I actually didn't mind it. I mean, not that it's necessary to go see it in 3D.
No, it's not. And it just, at least to me, it just felt like one of those, like, transfers they did after the fact.
It probably was.
I don't know if it was, maybe it was shot in, like, 3D, but this is definitely no Avatar or How to Train Your Dragon or,
no.
I don't know. The 3D to me just, like, I don't know, it just felt kind of weak, where I'm just like, I didn't need to see this in 3D.
I didn't need to see it in 3D, but it wasn't a case of I forgot that we were watching it in 3D. There was always something, whether there was sparks or an explosion or dust or even how they did the subtitles a little bit in the movie.
I mean, I'll say, like, I don't automatically hate all 3D. Like, there are times where it's like, I like stop motion in particular. I think of like Coraline, or when they redid, when they redid Nightmare Before Christmas, like, really stands out in 3D. And like Avatar was incredible in 3D. It's not a particularly great movie, but it looks great. Like How to Train Your Dragon, like, I don't know, this just did nothing for me in 3D. I was just like, all right, like, it's 3D. Like,
maybe it's only in 3D because we did have the trailer for Avatar 3 in front of it, which does not look nearly as epic as Primate.
No.
Oh
Primate,
my God.
Movie of the year.
Yeah, I'm already calling it.
Boy, it's been a while since I've laughed so hard at a film trailer.
You're gonna see the trailer for this movie called Primate.
We got so lucky because there was nobody in the cinema.
there was. We were the only ones
I just, in the middle of that trailer, just shouted, "What the fuck is this?"
The greatest movie of 2026 is what that is.
The chimp just opening the car. Click, click.
You haven't seen the trailer for this movie. It's these girls, they adopt a chimp, I guess, named Ben, who goes batshit.
Yeah.
Someone really loved that scene from Nope and decided to...
But I can't tell if, like, is it because it's just an evil chimp? Is it some kind of science experiment gone wrong? The movie said nothing. It's just like the chimp's out to get you. My favorite was when you were just like, oh no, they're remaking Congo.
Oh, at the beginning, because he was using, like, what was it? Something to where they could understand what he was saying. Yeah.
Amy, love, you.
Then it turns into Shakma. Like, once the horror stuff sets in the trailer.
And that wasn't the last monkey we saw today.
Huh?
And that was the last monkey we saw today.
Predator Badlands has a space monkey action figure in it.
I thought after Lost in Space we would have learned our lesson. As a people, as a society, as a species, no more fucking space monkeys. Like, the second that thing cropped up, I was like,
there's the toy.
Oh no. Oh no. Because I was like, crap, this is going to be in the rest of the movie, isn't it?
Oh, well, when they leave it behind at one point, and you said something like...
I said, thank God.
Yeah, I leaned over and I said, he'll be back.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I know, but at least we get a break.
There was a pretty long break. There was a moment where I was like, is he coming back? Was I wrong?
It needed that.
And then you actually called it what its role in the movie
is. Oh, the twist? Yeah, what its role in the movie is. I was just like, oh, yeah, there's like some scene like in the middle of the movie, and I was just like, oh, no. And you were like, what? I was like, I'm betting blah, 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 blah. And then at the very end, I was like, called it!
It bothered you more than it did me, despite like the kind of cynical reason it was there. I guess because the last time I saw something like that was whatever that was in Jurassic World Rebirth.
I didn't see Rebirth.
Oh,
I lucked
okay.
out.
There was like kind of this, if memory serves me right, there was kind of like oh, okay, well, this is gonna be the toy like moment in that movie.
Yeah.
In this, it did serve the plot.
It did. it was a case of wanting to have a cake and eat it too, where it's just like, well, we'll come up with this really cute thing, but we'll have it serve the plot, and there'll be like some dark twists like here or there, but I'm like, but it's still annoying, and it's still kind of too cute to look at, and it just, I don't know, maybe I just have PTSD from Lost in Space, but because that was one of the few that was the first movie I ever remember seeing. I was in high school that I wanted to walk out of.
Oh.
But we got free tickets.
See?
And I still tried to get my money back. They're like, sir, we paid you. No, sir, you got in for free. I was like, yeah, and I think you should pay me to see it, is really what's going on here.
We can give you a free popcorn bucket.
I was like, whatever. But I don't know. What did you think?
There was parts of this movie I liked quite a bit. The action in this I thought was spectacular. I liked Deck. I liked the lead character. I liked a lot of stuff in the first act of the movie when he's on his home planet, the stuff with his brother.
The first act's the strongest.
Yeah, the first act.
By far.
Yeah, the first act was very, very strong. And even throughout it, whenever there were these big set pieces in it, I was into it, especially how dangerous the environment is, how later in the film he starts using the environment as a weapon. I liked a lot of that stuff. Anything with Deck, his character, I liked quite a bit, right down to, facially he looks like the Predator, but they do a really good job with the effect to where he consistently looks in the face.
I do like they all, you feel like just like humans, that there's different body types, races, kind of like where I'm just like, well, it looks like the Predator, but I'm like, this looks like a different Predator.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of sort of did that in like the later, in like
they
Gremlins
did.
2, like, where it's like, yeah, they all look the same, but they also like have like their own little quirks, and like you can tell them apart. So
Predators did that as well. If I remember right, there were like different types in that movie. And with this, I did like how they did such a good job with the effect that you get a sense of what his emotions are, like his facial expressions in it. Like the
close-up effects were really good.
Yeah.
I lost it a bit. It got a little like Shia LaBeouf swinging on the vines a bit, like in some of the far-off shots. But like, I was actually surprised, like in the close-ups, that I'm like, yeah, this is really like holding up. So the effects overall, like, really held up. Yeah,
they did. And the part where I kind of had like an oh no moment was when Thea first comes into it. Now, I started liking her a little more as the movie went on, but when she first...
Your mileage, may vary.
Yeah.
Definitely, because, I was in the same boat. I was just, at first, it's like, I hate this. I'm like, that's okay. And I'm like, no, I hate it again. I'm like, that was kind of funny. And I'm like, no, I hate it again.
Yeah, I was
every other scene, it was like, I either kind of liked it or was getting used to it, or there would be a reminder of just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a kid's movie now.
Right. And so when it's a pretty hardcore movie in the first act.
Yeah.
She comes into it, and I was sitting there like, now it's switched over and it's like a Disney Plus series. Between...
I guess, I thought they were implying that she was really malfunctioning and broken, but what I find hilarious is, there is something about Wayland where they just make the world's worst androids. Mm-hmm. They always fuck up. They either become megalomaniacal, or they try to kill you, or they get feelings and sympathy, or it's just whatever the mission is, it seems like they will find a way to mess things up.
Yeah, and she's programmed to be the sassy one on a road trip. So she comes into this movie, and suddenly, it does feel like I am watching something on Disney.
Do you know why Mother programmed us to have feelings? I'm like, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. It's something about understanding these creatures better. I'm like, what?
Her constant wisecracking in this.
Yeah, I'm like, why did you program these things to have feelings?
It becomes kind of a travel movie along with the goofy sidekick. Yeah, it's like a buddy movie. There are parts in this movie where it felt like I was watching Enemy Mine, only if Disney came in and said, I have notes.
I am glad I'm not the only one. I kept watching this going God, I was like, does anybody remember Enemy Mine?
Yeah.
This is reminding me of that movie. It's been so long since I've seen that. I don't know. I mean, my thought is like, it was all right.
No,
Like,
overall,
as a
yeah.
movie, I was just like, it was all right. Like, I didn't like between the Alien sequels and post Aliens, and then like Alien versus Predator, which I didn't absolutely despise, but I thought was pretty bland. Like, I don't know, maybe the bar has been lowered for me. I didn't see the previous Predator movie.
Prey. Prey's good.
Yeah, I didn't see Prey
Same
because
director.
I kind of just, by that point, I don't know. I really like the original Predator movie. I've learned to kind of enjoy the absurdity of the second one.
I love Predator 2.
Yeah, I didn't when I first saw it, like when I was a kid, I didn't as much, and now I'm starting to like warm up to it because I'm just like, this movie's just so batshit insane. Like, it's pretty goofy, but yeah, after that, I don't know. Predator's one of those things where I'm like, it's never gonna be as good again, and it's like the way the Alien movies have. So I don't know. I didn't see Prey, so I went into this knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess like the reviews seem to be pretty solid, but I am thinking like based on what I saw here, it's more of like, I think it's like 86% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Yeah.
and I think it's more of like an 86% like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, like not like
I would
it's more like,
recommend
well,
it.
they're giving it a positive review, but it's not like, oh, this is like Predator 1, because it is not.
Yeah. No, overall, I mean, yeah, I would give a recommendation to the movie because the stuff in it that works really does work.
The action was really good.
Yeah.
The funny
The
thing
lead
is,
character I like.
much like Alien and Aliens, in that case, I felt like I don't want lore. For the love of God, no more lore. Stop. I don't want Aliens lore. It was much cooler when it was a mystery. I will say this, with Predator, I don't need lore, but I didn't mind it either.
No,
like, in this movie, I'm just like, all right, this is kind of fun. Like, it definitely has that, like, John Carter from Mars, like Conan the Barbarian, like, just dudes with swords in fantasy lands, kind of like in this warrior, like, barbarian culture, like. And yeah, it was kind of fun. Even the title sequence, we were joking about,
was
had
cool.
that 70s
Yeah.
feel with like the copyright underneath it.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm okay with the lore. I think my biggest problem was like the 4 worst syllables in the English language, just PG-13.
I like that it was a pretty gruesome movie when you think
It
about it.
would have been
but,
had it not been
like,
PG-13.
But because they're all
synths.
yeah, they're all synths, so they're all
androids.
creatures or they're aliens or whatnot. Like the blood is green, or the robots are melting and things like that.
That's
And-
fine if like the blood's. I'm like, they're different creatures. With the creatures, I'm like, okay, when you slice that one down the middle, I'm like, okay, that was pretty.
Yeah, there's some cool shots.
But
in this.
I don't know. I think of the original Predator and just the hardcore violence of that, and like some of the gore and the practical effects. And I look at this and I'm just like, they're all synth. I'm like, boy, this would be one of the most amazing hard R movies ever made. Had they like, she steps on that dude's face. I'm like, why are they all
they're all
robots?
synths.
This would have
Like
been
when it
great.
got to that point, I was like, oh, okay. Because before then, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It's a PG-13. They're all aliens. The blood's green and whatnot. When it got to that whole sequence where they're all just synths, I'm like, okay, I can feel it here.
That was like, and like, because some of the kills are really unique.
They really are.
And the
They're-
face and like
There is some fun
that
kills
would have
in
been
this.
this would have been amazing if it was like a hard R, because that's what the original's like. It's Friday the 13th on a jungle planet. Like, it's basically you've got one like killer out there slashing his way through all these guys until Arnold's like the final one standing.
And the second one's a brutal ass cop movie.
Yeah.
And the Predator comes. That's what I like about those first two, is that it starts out as one movie, the first one being like a military film, the second one being a cop film, and then the Predator comes into it. I like that. With this, when Thea came into it, I was like, now it feels like a different movie is happening and not really in a good way.
It felt like Enemy Mine crossed with Mandalorian.
She was acting like
Mandalorian and Grogu, where I'm just like, okay, you got the space monkey, here's Grogu, you got like, it just...
she was acting like she was in a different movie at first, with her
Yeah.
lines between. So how do you eat? Like with the outer teeth or inner teeth? And
my
we're
God,
a trio. Get it?
My
Because we're on a
favorite
tree.
is, there was like a moment where it's like the script, the dialogue's not really great.
It's not.
And like there was a moment where I swear to God, I thought like the movie was literally going to have a narrator come in and say, maybe if a robot can learn to love, a predator can too. Like there's conversations like that, just like, well, why? What was it? It was. Well, I won't give anything away, but when she's talking to the other half there, and it's just like, we can be something more. That was the line that stuck. I was like, my God, somebody put that to paper. No, we can be something more. I'm like, oh, fuck this kumbaya shit. I thought I was here to watch a Predator movie.
I like I did like the Tessa character. To the point to where I was like, can we switch performances here?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. She was just too much. You know what she reminds me of? Thea. God, I'm trying to remember the name of this character, but Star Trek Voyager. Was it Kess? Was it Neelix?
I haven't seen.
And then he was checking. Yeah, it was like whoever he was paired with, and she just kind of acted like she was a 10-year-old. It was very weird. And like I got the weirdest same kind of vibe here where it's just like her performance, it just feels like this is stunted growth, or like she's one of those like she's just kind of mentally 10, and this is like, wouldn't it be fun if we could do this? And like, why does your mouth move like that? And why does this happen? I was like, this is just bizarre.
Her most sitcom joke was when she almost got her legs back on. Then something happened and her legs fell off, and she does one of the come on!
Oh my God, yeah. Which is so funny because, and this movie does that a couple times where it's just like, it actually has a really good joke. When he flies in and her legs fly off, that cut was perfect. I'm like, all you needed to do was just cut there or have him get up and run out. But her like little, oh man, I'm like, no, you're wrecking the joke. Like,
they do some pretty cool stuff with the legs later on.
Yeah, no, there's like one of my favorite, like there's moments where it has a great sense of humor, and I'm like, I wish it stayed with this tone. Because, like, when she's trying to do the scan thing to get in, and then she has to keep rubbing her eyeball because she's an android, and I'm like, okay, that's really funny. Yeah, I think that the biggest thing, it's like, her, like, she got better.
She did.
I don't like Space Monkey, and they're like 2/3 of the movie.
A lot of the laughs I got were honestly from Deck being the straight man in this whole scenario.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, this is just my personal preference. I prefer it when predators don't talk. To me, it would have been a much more, and I mean, maybe this is my one my one kind of problem with the film, where I'm just like, yeah, it's okay, it's not great. It's our first like 20 minutes of that movie, I think, was promising something kind of a little higher minded that I couldn't deliver. It's like, I get to learn about their culture. Oh, it's just going to be one man versus this planet. And then somehow you get the socio-political intrigue of Waylon in the streets. But it would have been more interesting to me if, like, once she's there, I'm like, okay, well, now we can understand what he's saying based on what her replies would be. It's like Han talking to Chewie.
Oh, okay.
And I wish they had done that, whereas the robot she could understand, and you really kept it like a weird, clicky kind of language or whatever. Though I don't remember, like, it's been so long since I've seen any of these movies. Like, did they talk in Aliens versus Predators?
Or I mean, even like in the first one, the Predator.
He does talk. Yeah.
I mean, not
as
much as this, but like,
I guess like I want them to talk less.
Yeah.
Like more like the silent type. I find it more intimidating. I find it kind of cooler. Actually, maybe it's not talk. It's. I would have found it more interesting if you didn't see the subtitles. Like you could kind of
see that.
Infer what's going on. It would be more interesting if she just can understand him, and but maybe that's also because with the fucking 3D and my eyes kind of looking up and then down at the subtitles, it was giving me a headache because I've seen so maybe I'm just griping about that. I don't know, but
that didn't bother me. I mean, I guess I do like, you brought up lore earlier, and I do like that all these movies, even going back to the second one, they have been pretty consistent at adding more, big or small, adding more lore as it goes along. So, but when by the time we see
it's a lot of times I don't like it when like you have mysterious things. It's like, now we're gonna have all this lore and but like with Predator, I'm not really minding it. Like, I don't need it. Again, it's like I don't need this, and it's like you don't need to tell me it, but it's not like some other movies where I'm just like, oh, I hate this. And it's like, all right, like that's fine.
And I guess that's why I didn't mind. Like, it made sense to me that we see him talking more in this. We learn what their language are. I don't remember how much of their language, because ever since the first one, they've had a line or two. I don't remember if in the others
I guess they work so
more.
hard to kind of like. Maybe that's why the talking was bugging me a bit, because like the movie kind of works so hard to like soften him. It tries to pull out at the end, like, oh, like no, he's still kind of, but like it definitely, like, you know, show me this human emotion you call empathy. It has a very Star Trek vibe.
It kind of does.
like they're talking to a Klingon. Like it feels like Worf or something. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just like predators blowing shit up and killing things. Like, I don't know if I need to see a story about a predator finding empathy, but
well, there is an Asylum version out now. It's a Predator Wasteland. I kind of want to see it.
This is still one of the stronger entries. It definitely for me was better than Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't see Prey, so I don't know if this was better than Prey.
I liked Prey. I would honestly because I saw it when it was really. I think it.
I
went
want
right
to see Prey now because I want to see how this one plays against Prey. I was like, was Prey a darker, more hardcore film, or was it goofy like this?
There's less goofy stuff in Prey.
Okay.
Because Prey went on Hulu, and that was where I watched it. So I only saw it when it came out. If there's any Easter eggs from that in this, I didn't notice. It would have been something quick, I guess. But no, I think I probably gave that a B. And that's what I would give this one to. But I don't remember as much goofy stuff in that.
B's probably fair. I don't know, the Space Monkey rubbed me the wrong way. I'm tempted to go B-, but
yeah,
it's for someone who dumped out a Predator a while ago, like it definitely had a lot of things I did like. So, but I don't know, I'm just sad that like we're never gonna get that original Predator back with like the ultra violence and the like. It's, you know, and it's kind of like this feels slightly like the Ghostbusters problem, where it's like, oh, it's never gonna be that gritty, weird kind of hardcore first version. You know, we're always gonna get the 4Kids version of Ghostbusters now with every new iteration, and like with Predator, it does feel a little like that, where it's just like it's like the family-friendly PG-13 version. I'm hyperbolizing; it's not family-friendly, but it definitely just feels like, yeah, this is kind of a little bit like neutered.
I can't remember if Prey was an R. I think
I don't know. I didn't see it. So.
Because there weren't.
I gotta see Prey now because there was enough stuff in this I like. I'm like, okay, I gotta see Prey, but
yeah,
I just didn't bother because I just kind of thought, oh yeah, all these new Predator and Alien movies are gonna suck. So
Prey is more like closer to being like the. I mean, it's not exactly like the first one, but in terms of the formula that it uses, it's closer to the first one than like this is. This, you know, intentionally so.
Yeah.
It goes in a different direction. I like that about it, that it is refreshing. It's not like I'm watching just the same.
I will say I did
again.
like the creature design.
Yeah.
Like, I thought most of the, apart from Space Monkey, I thought most of creature design, like, in this movie, I was like, okay, that's cool. That seems alien enough. I really liked, like, the first half when it was just them versus the planet. And kind of learning how the planet works and what's going to kill them. And, like, once you got Wayland involved, I'm like, then it starts to look like Avatar, where it's like, oh, big bases with crates and containers and things, and I'm just like, yeah, I thought the planet was much more like imaginative.
I was appreciating that it didn't go the Alien Romulus route, where suddenly it does start doing things from the other movies, right down to callbacks with the dialogue. Like, there's no part in this movie where a character says, you're one ugly motherfucker.
No, actually, that's a good point, which is, I don't remember really callbacks in this movie.
It would have been minor if there is.
Yeah, because like there was nothing major where I was like rolling my eyes. Like it's not a member berries movie like Ghostbusters Afterlife, where it's like every other second it's like, hey, remember that? Like, and so credit to them for that. Like, and in a number of ways, like this did feel like fresher and kind of original.
It does.
So I just kind of wish like those side characters they could have just like nailed better, because I feel like I would have liked it a lot more if like she and the space monkey were either dialed back or they kind of got a better idea like what
dialed back's a good way to put it.
Yeah, dialed back would be the best thing, because like at first I was like, oh, she's kind of a broken robot. I was like, this is kind of funny, and then like really quickly it like got too over the top. So but it's like I like the idea. But
B is what you're going with.
I'll give it a B.
Yeah, same because there was enough about it that I did really genuinely
I will say I wasn't, very rarely was I bored.
I wasn't bored. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
There were a couple times where it's just, and again, like maybe it was a scene in 3D, my eyes were kind of like glazing out. I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember sitting there going like, oh my god, I'm so bored. I can't wait for this to end. I'm like, I'm still interested.
Yeah.
Because even during the fight at the end, like a lot of those kills, even though it's very PG-13, they were inventive.
Yeah.
Which is the problem. I wish there was blood and guts, because I'm like, these are so inventive. I would have killed to see these in a slasher movie style.
Next weekend we're at the con, so I'll have to see Running Man.
I know.
When we get back.
God, fingers crossed on that one. That's the one I've been looking forward to for a while.
But we do got to get together in January to see Primate. Holy
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's a date. Oh, yeah, shake on it.
All right.
We're seeing that monkey movie.
It's happening.
Take care.